All right, we are finally going to explore the works of Martin Heidegger in my school, the John David Ebert School for the Study of Culture, Cosmology, and the Arts. So understanding Martin Heidegger, this will be an 8-week course that will begin on Saturday, February 1st at 2 p.m. MST, and will go for 7 more Saturdays until March 22nd. The enrollment fee is $275 to attend the class live, or if you just want to receive a subscription to the videos of the classroom discussions, because they're all recorded. So if you miss a class, you can always request a video and I'll send it to you, $150 for that. And if you decide to enroll, please enroll at my, not on the Teachable site, because they take a sizable chunk, but at my johndavidebert@gmail.com email. And so what we're going to do is we're going to understand the various epochs of Heidegger's life. He has certain structural epochs in his life, almost like Foucault's epistemes, where he divides European civilization into 4 distinct epistemes, sort of like that with Heidegger's life, is very distinct epistemes, and in each one of his epistemes he has a completely different understanding of being, Sein and Dasein and so forth, and why he changes the spelling later on to B-E-Y-N-G. We'll look at all that kind of stuff, and then why he starts crossing out being, and thus opening the way toward Derrida, who crosses everything out. Okay, so that we'll look at that in the introductory class, and then the first essay we need to read is On the Essence of Truth. Some of these are available in the basic writings of Martin Heidegger, and On the Essence of Truth is a key essay because it was that essay, I remember distinctly reading it when Heidegger finally clicked, and that understanding that essay was the skeleton key to unlocking all of his other works. And then we'll look at the famous essay on the question concerning technology, where he understands that being, the scientific understanding of being is in framing, which is seeing the earth as simply a potential of resources to be robbed, stolen, plundered, de-worlded, and put into Vorhandenheit phase space. We'll look at all that. Then we have to look at the origin of the work of art. I prefer not the one that's in the basic writings, which is longer and not quite as focused and sharp as the first version is. And this is available in Gunther Fiegel's Heidegger Reader. So that's where that can be found. And then the letter on humanism, with his rejection of humanism, which is a very interesting stance. You would think of the entire Western, isn't the whole Western tradition humanistic? Wasn't that what the Renaissance was all about? Heidegger says no, and then we'll look at why. And then he has a particular penchant for poetry, especially for Hölderlin, but he also likes Rilke and Trakl. They're all great poets. So we'll ask, what are poets for in a darkening time, is what the rest of that sentence will read. In a darkening time, what is the function, ontologically speaking, of a poet? And then with building, dwelling, thinking, we'll investigate his whole concept of de-worlding. And then finally we'll look at the thing, das Ding. And these are in a poetry collection. I think it's called, Poetry, Language, Thought is what these 3 can be found in. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. I'm just going to put in a quick plug here for the trilogy that I'm working on. I've written the first 2 novels, Every Angel is Terrifying and Motorcycle Girl Descends into Hell. These are pertinent to Heidegger's whole understanding of being as in framing, because Every Angel is Terrifying refers to what Peter Sloterdijk terms monstrous technologies. And these, of course, are genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and nuclear power, all 3 of which have the potential, I'm not saying they will, but they have the potential to end all life on Earth. And so the girl is based on my dead girlfriend, Mary Church, whose art I've just put up on Shopify. I've got quite a bit of it on there. It's available in various forms, art prints and posters, and I'm working on putting in other formats, framed posters and framed canvases and so forth, in all different sizes. So that's all on Shopify, and here's the link for that. She committed suicide about 4 years ago and left behind a sizable body of work for dying at such a young age. She had just turned 28, thereby joining the 27 club a month late on that. And so I've transformed her. She has an art world avatar, and she also has a literary avatar, because she's the protagonist of these novels. She becomes a motorcycle girl, And there's lots of mythology and occult symbolism and hermeticism and so forth. As you read these books, you really have to think about what every single image means. There's a lot of images that are done in high-res, full color, and think about them and chew on them because they resonate, and the books rhyme with each other. Both are broken into 7 distinct chapters. Each of those chapters will thematically rhyme with each other. Same thing with the 3rd volume when it comes out. There is no place that does not see you, which is another phrase I've taken from Rilke, like every angel is terrifying, which comes from the 2nd Duino elegy, as translated by Stephen Mitchell, who got it right. All right, and then so don't enroll here. Do me a favor and don't enroll there, because they'll charge you tax, so it'll be something more like $290 that you would pay, and then they'll steal about 50 or 60 of that from me. And I just ordered this monstrosity from Mary Church. It hasn't arrived yet. I'm going to put it on the wall behind me. I got it in a very large 32 by 48 inch art print canvas. It's a total monstrosity. I love monsters, and nobody painted monsters better than Mary Church. She has a whole collection of them. Just awesome stuff. And then there are other courses that we have completed exploring the Western canon. Forget about these prices. I'll only charge $150 for a class that's completed, and then I can just send you the videos. And we just finished the Iliad, or we're on the last class coming up this weekend, so that price will be $150. But it's still $250 for understanding European art, because we've only had 3 classes, so we're still doing that live. And I still do astrology readings as well. For those of you who are interested, hit me up at johndavidebert@gmail.com. All right, I'll see you in class.